So if we're looking here, Brandon Clark. Anyone know who he is?
Yeah.
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 Do you know what team he plays on? Grizzlies. So as an NBA player, this is his player profile, I want to say from his junior season about 4 or 5 years ago, right? He played at Gonzaga, so you can see here, he's a junior, yep. He's got some measurements, so his height, weight, wingspan, that's the big arms, and how old he was at the time, and it gave the previous season's stats. So if we're looking at we're basketball guys, you got to help me out with some of the stats here. GP, games played in 27. FG percentage. Field goal percentage, isn't field goal? Just kidding. I know it's a basketball one too. Points, 16.7 per match. Rebounds, 8.2. Assists, 1 point. So these are important stats for basketball players. Yes, Calvin?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm giving some relevant stats in here. We have a section of strengths. It says his athleticism. He's a great jumper off of either foot. Solid quickness, high motor. A couple other examples. He's got a weakness spot. Projects to be a relatively poor offensive player in the NBA unless his jumper develops. What's the jumper? Is that my jump shot? I won't demo it, but so he's got a couple of weaknesses showed. Right? Projected role, they're saying he could be a starter for us. What's his style comparison? Pascal, what did I say that next? Siakam. Is that a fair comparison?
Yeah.
Knowing these two guys? Draft range 5 to 15. They even gave a little summary, right? The different sections and what grade he might be, and a little write-up on, the kind of character he is. Cool? Do you want to see the one I made?
Yeah.
So what I made, this is a scouting report on Billy Gilmore. Great name. Great, no relation to Happy Gilmore, but Billy Gilmore is a 2001 birthday, so he's a 22-year-old. He plays for Brighton Hove Albion in the English Premier League. He is only 5'6", so that's even shorter than me, but trust me, he's a solid defensive center midfielder. This is a real person. That's a real picture of him a couple of years ago. Oh, it's real. Yeah, Billy Gilmore's a real person. Some of his strengths. His short passing is unbelievable. His first touch he can control in a tight space and get himself out of it. Super accurate on crosses, his movement, his link-up play is great, and he can score a goal from outside the box, super important for a center midfielder. Although he's small, he knows how to hold his own. He's humble, honest, focused. He's a good lad, good locker room player that we talked about, Tav. He's going to fit into what we're doing here at Owego really well, and you see him with a lot of leadership potential, even though he's at a young age. He could improve some of his sprint speed, although he is small, like he's got to win more headers, that's fair. 1v1 defending is a big area of improvement for him. But here are two stats. So this is what I really wanted to show you guys today to convince you that he's the right guy for us. Last season, he started 16 games. He had 1 goal, 1 assist. The amount of distance he covered in games on average was 11.5 per game. His pass completion rate was 89%. Progressive passes, meaning how many passes did he play forward, was 10.5 per game. Compare that to this year, though. This has already started 24 games. He has 1 goal and 4 assists, and he's covered 12.7 kilometers per game. It's roughly 8-9 miles, if you don't know kilometers. His pass completion is up to 92%. His progressive passes is up to 14.3%, so almost a 50% increase. So I think he's trending in the right direction. I think now is the time to get him. Is that a good example? Don't worry about giving me a high five or anything like that. We'll do it later. So that is what you are tasked to do. Any questions at this point? You'll start with 1. We'll work on this the next couple of days so you'll get better and better at it.